Okay, here is the review video to make your Microsoft Excel sheet. I'm not going to go over how we get this equation right here, but I'll just keep that there as a reminder. You need to be able to either memorize that or mathematically get to that equation. So the variables that are important are G is our first one, theta, and I'll show you the fancy way. I'm going to go to the Insert tab, all the way over to Symbol, and I've used theta recently before, so it's there, and then Insert, Close, and I'm going to insert mu as well, same process, Symbol, mu, Insert, Close. Now you don't have to do that. I'm just doing that so that the equations up here look like the variables up here look like the variables are in our equation. So G is, let me take number lock off, 9.81, theta, whatever, 40 degrees, mu, 0.2. And you'll be changing those numbers in the quiz. So in this section right here, I'm going to put my acceleration. So whenever I am doing an equation, I always need to start off with an equal sign. I'll zoom in a little bit more here. So equal sign, and remember Excel is a stickler about parentheses, so we got to make sure it's keeping track of our order of operations. So our first term in our equation is G, and my data for G is located in B1 for me right here. And I want that locked down. I don't want that to change if my equation was to move. So I need dollar signs, and the shortcut for that is the function for key. So the data in B1 gets multiplied by my next term in the equation is sine. So I literally start typing sine, and there it is. I'm going to double click on the operation I want. And remember, Excel works in radian mode, so it's expecting the number that we put in to be in radians, except we always work in degrees. So we're going to have to convert this degree number into radians. Excel has that built-in feature, so I start typing radians, and hey, there it is. It's the first one, and you can see this little dialog box right here. It says converts degrees to radians. So I'm going to double-click on that. The angle data that I want is located excuse me, in B2, so I click on that. I want that locked down, so F4 again, parenthesis around that, so that will mean it's only converting whatever we have there in B2 from degrees into radians, and I only want to take the sine of that number. And then I'm going to close my parentheses. We'll just do a quick little check that everything is working, that I can change this number, and that all works. Okay, we're good here. Okay, just a quick little pause and check. You don't have to do this, just making sure that everything works. So the next part is minus mu g cosine theta, and I'm going to put another parenthesis right up front because I want to make sure that Excel is doing the order of operations in the way that I want. So this is minus mu, and I'm going to put parentheses around this as well. My mu data for me is located in B3. Yours might be in a different place. That's fine as long as you're calling back to the proper cell. Want that locked down with F4. That gets multiplied by G, which is in B1, locked down again, F4. And this gets multiplied by cosine, so I start typing cosine. I got to type a little more letters for that one to appear. So cosine. And again, Excel is expecting radians, so I need to convert this degree number into radians. So the degree angle that I want is located there in B2. Lock that down. Parenthesis, parenthesis. So those are all matched up. Those ones are matched up. And then the final one right there from beginning to end, it's all matched up. So now I can go through and change my angle, change my mu, see what happens. So as mu gets larger, my acceleration gets smaller and smaller. Oh, I'll leave it. I didn't need that. So, but what happens when we get a negative acceleration? So a negative acceleration actually means that our block is not going to be accelerating down the ramp. It means it has zero acceleration, not that it's going backwards. So I will show you how to do that to make it very fancy. We can set formatting here in this cell for it to scream in our face and say, hey, this is actually, when we get a negative, something different is happening. So underneath the Home tab, after we've selected this cell where we want this to occur, so I go underneath the Home tab, over on the right-hand side, Conditional Formatting. So this just means if certain conditions are met, we're going to format the cell. We're going to make the cell look differently. I'm going to go down to New Rule. And I only want cells that contain a certain value. So I want a cell value right there for me in D2. If this cell value is less than 0, so that would mean it's negative. So that's my condition. If this condition is met, it's going to change the format of this cell. But you can see down here, I have not actually changed the format. I need to do that right now. So I'm going to put the fill in, and again, I'm going to pick just ugly colors, just as a reminder, like, hey, this is not good. So I'm going to do my background is burgundy, and I'm going to change my font to some sort of gold color. And I'm going to hit OK. So this means if my conditions are met, if my cell value is less than 0, then my cell should display like that. And I hit OK, and lo and behold, there it is. So the test is, if I get a positive value in here, that means it shouldn't be changed at all. It's a positive number, so it's not less than 0. So let's see. Perfect. All right, so that's everything that you're going to need to do on the quiz. I'm just going to give you lists of different g's, thetas, and mu's, and you will have to calculate the accelerations. So I hope this helps, and good luck.